Hello, potato. Halloween is over. It's time to get into the more hardcore autumn and branching into holiday season. And with that in mind, we're taking a break from the Southwest trip today to head up the hill where our wheels have come to a rest in Camino, California at Apple Hill. Yes, it's our more or less annual trip to Apple Hill, and we are starting out where we usually do at High Hill Ranch. Now this is just a brief stop. Somebody had to get some apple donuts, so we're stopped here to get that, and then we're going to go on to look at other things. But as you can see, this is the donut line. It's quite long, so I'm going to walk around a bit, get a few shots of things while she does that. Now normally I would get an apple fritter while we're here, but I'm saving my space for something a little special at our next stop. So last year we, of course I came here first, and then we hustled over to Grandpa's cellar to get our coffee and cider flights. And I don't expect those will have changed much this year, so that's not a priority this year. This year's priority is something else. But while we wait for donuts, let's look around High Hill Ranch a little bit. We got a little bit of a later start this morning, so things are actually open. Usually when we get here, there's nothing open but the bakery, but we have gotten here right around the actual official opening time, so all the crafters and stuff are opening up. But I don't think we're going to spend a lot of time looking at those. But I did want to come over here and get a good look at the fishing pond. Of course, you can rent fishing poles, you can catch fish, you can catch and release. I think you can actually catch to keep as well, and they will clean. At least they used to. Maybe they don't anymore. I'm seeing catch and release on the sign. So oh no catch and release. So yeah, whatever you catch, you keep. But let's come over and say hello to the ducks and what such. Hello. You have no fear of humans at all, do you? Is that your way of shaking no? Because that's definitely a no, huh? I don't know if you can see it on the camera. It looks like some people got a little overzealous with the casting of it. There's a whole bunch of fishing lines caught up in the tree there. So you don't want to. You're not fly fishing here. You're just normal fishing. You are a noisy whatever you are. Also in a rush. I expect views like this are really what makes the money for places like Apple Hill and, well, High Hill Ranch in particular, but most of Apple Hill in general, just because you can come up from the cities. I'm sure people travel all the way up here from San Francisco and the Bay Area to come and be in pseudo nature. It's kind of controlled nature. It's very green and lush, and there's certainly some noisy wildlife around, but also, there are roads. It's not exactly the wilderness. Although it is technically El Dorado National Forest, I believe. So we are in a national forest here. So that's kind of cool. They do offer a fair number of activities up here. We have the wine shop, which, to be fair, I don't think we've ever actually been here while it's been open, but we usually come here first, so it's early in the morning. We have hay rides over here. Over here we have the not affiliated with High Hill Ranch Fudge Factory, although that sign actually seems to be gone. I wonder if maybe something has occurred in the last year and they've been acquired, or at least gotten over the issue. There was issues, I think, years ago about the easement of this being like the only road to the fudge factory, and some issues like people assuming they were part of High Hill when they're not. I don't know who the aggrieved party in that was, whether it was Fudge Factory or High Hill, but I know for a long time they had like a not affiliated or not part of High Hill. It might be actually in last year's video, I don't know. We got pony rides, we got fishing, and of course we got lots of arts and crafts and some food, and of course lots of stuff with Apple. And while the donut line has gotten even longer while I've been looking at the pond. So I'm not sure how she's faring in that queue. Oh, nope, there she is. She's out. So I think we are going to be on our way to our next place, which should hopefully be something a little... Actually, I do real quick want to look at the olives here. Let's do that real quick. I want to check out the olive selection here real quick, just because there was one from a couple years ago, like on a year that we didn't come up here, that sounded interesting, and when we came up here the next year, they didn't have that one. Maybe it wasn't very popular, I don't know. But it looks like they don't have it again, so that's fine. Oh, look. It's the... Oh, that video wouldn't want to come out yet, will it have? Say, we saw these sauces at the Alamo, but that video won't be out before this one comes out. So never mind. Alright. Donuts have been acquired. Now we're going to head on... Oh, yes, and a caramel apple. And we're going to head on to our next stop. Let's just take a... So the... yeah, if you saw the line when I was recording just a few minutes ago, it has now gotten quite a bit longer. So, I guess that's why you gotta hit this place early. It is like stop number one. If you're actually going to try to do all the Apple Hill things in a single day, this is number one. It is like right off the road. So, I mean, it makes sense that people are going to do the same thing we do, which is hit it first. Yeah, let's head on back to the car and go to our second stop. They used to have cider samples over here at the cider mill, but they don't do that anymore. In fact, it looks like they aren't even selling their own cider anymore. They have a Barsati cider in the shop, which is good and all, but I can get that in the store, you know? Our second stop this year is at the Eldorado Orchards. We've been here before. I don't think we did last year, but we've come here in the past. I think in the first Apple video I think we did here. But they have the usual stuff, you know, your donuts and your pies and your candy apples. But we're here for something in particular, and that is Abbey Q Catering. Now, if you watched the State Fair videos this year, in the first one, there was that just chaotic food thing when Abbey Q was the one who did the barbecued alligator. We also got to try one of her competition style ribs, and she's here serving up food, and it looks like she has a breakfast burrito, and there are other things, but maybe the other things don't start till later. Maybe I'll have to swing back for those. Also, they do apple shakes here, which I think we did in that first video. So I might check out one of those. We are obviously a little early. Not everything's up and running yet, but let's, at least for now, let's get ourselves a breakfast burrito. See, we are a little early for like the full-on proper barbecue, but we grabbed a breakfast burrito for now. We're going to come over here by the train station at the Apple Ridge Railroad and check out our burrito while the train circles the little pond. You know, it's kind of nice being over here before it's busy though, because like High Hill was already super busy. Over here it's still nice and chill. You can just kind of enjoy the peacefulness of the train and the pond and that truck driving by. Let's have a burrito. So we got our Abbey Q breakfast burrito. It's bacon, egg, potato. We asked for no salsa. And let's, ooh, that's got a nice browning on it. Looks pretty good. Got some cheese coming out here. Let's give it a try. It's a good crunch to the tortilla.
Oh, it's nice.
Not bad. The egg is nicely done. It's not dried out, but it's also not wet. And you get wet egg in a lot of breakfast burritos. The bacon's a little subtle in the bite I got, but I feel there's some more in there. See if I can get a bite with some more bacon.
Good?
Mm-hmm. Got more potato in that bite, too. It's got a good mouthfeel to it. It's basically a really good, just basic breakfast burrito. Got your cheese, your egg, your bacon, your potato, and it's been looks like it's been grilled up quite nicely. Yeah, it's good, a good hearty starting to the day. We will have to come back in I think about an hour. She said she's going to start having the lunch stuff, so we're going to have to hit back in an hour or so and get us some more ABQ barbecue. But for now, we'll just finish our burrito. Well, we found the Haunted Mansion reference. So while we wait for Abby Q to switch over to the lunch menu, I come here to the Pie Shack and perhaps try a slice of pie. There's also a caramel apple donut sundae. Might be a good way to have the apple donuts. And then they have the walking caramel apple. So it's sliced, okay. So yeah, maybe let's grab some pie. So we got ourselves here a piece of classic El Dorado Orchards apple pie. They also had Dutch and blackberry, which there's very little apple in the blackberry, I suspect. We've never had pie from El Dorado Orchards before, so I thought we'd give it a try. Normally end up like at Boa Vista or High Ridge. So today let's try some El Dorado. We didn't have any forks, so I only had spoons, but it seems like it is soft enough that that's not going to be an issue. Get yourself a scoop. There's a good close-up, and
Very tart, very good.
See, I personally like apples to be a little more firm. I know you like them.
I like them soft.
Like them mushy. And it's got a very strong tart flavor to start with, but it kind of mellows out a bit. It's definitely soft apples. It's not like mealy though. It's not an unpleasant feel in the mouth.
I like applesauce, but firmer.
But actually, I'm going to say the flavor is almost more like maybe not as cinnamony.
Yeah.
But the flavor is actually kind of applesaucey, which I suppose makes sense.
The crust is good too.
Yeah. It's good. It's nice and flaky. Mm-hmm. It's not too tough. It's got some bend to it, but it's not underbaked or anything.
I like it because it's not super sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the tartness.
Well, and that makes it pair better, I think, with ice cream or because they had the option to have ice cream or whipped cream on it. We just chose to try it on its own, so we can get a good feel of what the pie itself actually tastes like.
It's good.
That's good. Yeah. So then we tried something new. I guess something else new. That's the point, right? Is to try new things. It's still not quite time for barbecue, so we'll finish our pie and wait it out. While we're waiting for the barbecue to switch over, I went and picked up this little guy from Crafty Hen and Chicks. It's cute. look kind of nice in remembrance of Halloween just passed. So they have switched over to the lunch menu now. They still have some burritos left, but we're switching to lunch, so we're going to get ourselves some Abbey Q barbecue and this is like I don't know if it's supposed to be a dessert or just a side, but we're gonna check it out in just a moment. So it's a good thing we split that breakfast burrito because we got our lunch there from Abbey Q now, and as you can see, we ended up with quite a lot of food, and even the bugs are interested. So we have the Mac Smash, which is brisket on mac and cheese. We have the Brioche Boss, which is pulled pork, barbecue pulled pork on a brioche bun with a side of Texas slaw. Now, I'm not a big slaw person. If you've watched this channel, you know that, but I'm still going to give it a try because, I mean, her stuff has all been pretty good so far. Got the Sweet and Corny, which is cornbread with vanilla bean butter. And she threw in, at no extra charge, an apple lollipop, which is a chicken drumstick barbecued with apple powder on it. So we have a lot of food to try here. Let's dig in. I'm going to start, I think probably my favorite's probably going to be, speaking of bees, go away. Well, I don't want it on our food. I think my favorite's probably going to be the Mac Smash here. It's brisket and mac and cheese. I lost a big old noodle there. We got some gooey cheese. Got some.
That's a wasp.
We may have to.
Oh, Lord.
I think we may have to move this. Let's see if we can finish the video portion of this. If I can get to my mouth for the wasp. Maybe the goose will come and eat it. That's really good.
He wants the beef because he likes beef.
Oh, he's brought a friend.
Yep.
All right. I think we need to move. Cut here. Okay, we've run away from the wasps. I hope, like, maybe being in the shade. Not great for the light, but hopefully less waspy. Look at, notice I was moving it. Look at all the juice in the bottom of that, all that flavor from the brisket. So, yeah, that brisket's really good.
Very good.
Let's try some of the pork next. I'm just going to take a forkful that I feel like eating this as a full sandwich is going to be messy and not something I'm going to do on camera. Let's just try some of the barbecued pork. Nice sauce. Got a little pepperiness to it, a little heat in the throat. But the texture of the pork is really good. What do you think?
Really good.
It's got a really nice texture. It's not dried out, but it's not, doesn't feel undercooked, doesn't feel fatty. You just get like have a nice pulled pork texture.
That's very good.
And that sauce is really good. She also had
Very smoky.
some like self-made pickled onions and cucumbers, but unfortunately not cucumbers, jalapenos. Cucumbers I would have picked up. But I'm not a fan of either of those, unfortunately. So I didn't want to put those on our food. Let's try our apple lollipop next. Now, I'm not a big fan of eating things off the bone, but her rib was, yeah, she's gonna eat this. I'm gonna try it. But that rib we had at the fair from Abbey Q was really, really good.
So good.
So I'm certainly willing to give this drumstick a try. You can see the apple dust. You can smell the apple.
Ooh.
You can really smell the apple on the apple lollipop. And there's a sauce here. Let's get some sauce on there and give it a try. It's a little messy. That's got a really good flavor. I'm not usually a skin person either. But that apple flavor on there is really,
Wow.
really nicely done.
That's so good.
There's you a napkin.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's got a really nice. Wait, what is that sauce though? I'm sure it said on the sign. It's very tart. It's like I don't know what the sign said because I wasn't actually planning on picking up one of these because it's a drumstick. But it's almost like cidery, maybe like an apple cider based sauce
Yeah.
combined with the apple dust on the chicken itself. Yeah, a lot of that apple flavor is coming. Is that a fly or a wasp?
I don't know.
That's a wasp. Well, we're almost done with this part of it, and then we'll maybe go eat in the car.
Eat down this.
Let's try the
Oh, we gotta try
the slaw real quick. Well, I'll figure the bread last.
Yeah. Go away.
But yeah, that flavor on that.
Look out.
Go away. The flavor on the chicken there is really something. Okay, and our Texas slaw. It's like we have pineapple in here.
Ooh.
It looks like cabbage and pineapple. I'm not generally a big slaw person. You think is that pineapple?
Oh, yeah. Or apple. Could be apple.
Could be. Apple would make sense because it's Apple Hill. Well, let's have a bite of it.
Seems to have gone for the moment.
It doesn't smell unusual. It just smells of slaw. Yeah, it's apple.
I was thinking it probably would be.
No, that is pineapple.
It is pineapple? Oh, yeah, I kind of go with it.
At first, texturally, it felt like apple, but no, it is definitely pineapple. That's not bad. The cabbage is nice and crisp. It's not. There's some liquid in the thing there, but the cabbage has got a nice crispness to it. It's not over mayonnaisey. The pineapple gives it a little something extra. So yeah, slaw goes. There's only like a few slaws I can think of that I've particularly enjoyed, and this is one of them.
It's not your traditional.
It is not. But I don't know that she does traditional necessarily. I mean, it is sold as Texas slaw, so.
Oh, it's really good.
All right. Let's put these things under cover in case Mr. Wasp wants to come back. Let's have a bite of our sweet and corny. This is cornbread and vanilla bean butter. So let's grab the knife for that. And let's just cut off a little piece. Put on some butter. Or try to.
Probably
It is. The butter's a little firm.
It's
I'm sure she'd
been
probably
refrigerated.
yeah, because health reasons. You can't just let butter sit out. All right, we got a little bit there. The vanilla is not overpowering. It's really more buttery than vanilla. I was kind of expecting the vanilla to be a little more overpowering. It's not overly sweet. It is. I mean, guess what it is? It tastes like real vanilla, as opposed to like artificial vanilla. Because it's not overly sweet. The butter is still the main flavor in the butter.
It's kind of like a lemony flavor to it.
I didn't get a lemony flavor.
Maybe
is that-
that's just the vanilla.
Or is that maybe is that the bread? Let's try some of the bread on its own. Well, that's just pretty normal sweet cornbread.
No, it's very good.
But yeah, the vanilla bean butter here definitely.
It's not a sweet butter.
It's not a sweetened butter. No, it is like I said. It's just very buttery butter with a kind of light vanilla added to it. It's actually salted butter.
Because
I didn't because of the corn. Yeah, I didn't notice it when it was on the bread, but having some by itself. It's a pretty reasonably salty butter with just like a very light vanilla taste to it. Yeah, this is definitely worth detouring from our normal track of things to come and get.
And waiting an hour.
And it was only an hour though.
Yeah, but I mean,
And we had a burrito.
worth it.
We had a burrito. We had some pie. And it wasn't a total waste. But yeah, no, this is definitely worth checking out. And yeah, I suspect future trips up to Apple Hill will involve checking to see if and where Abbey Q will be before we come up. Well, the wasp seems to have gone away again, so I think we're going to try and eat our brunch here, and then we'll head on to the next location. Yeah, Abbey Q, fantastic barbecue. Strongly recommend if you get a chance.
It's the best barbecue I've ever had.
Better than Buc-ee's?
Uh-huh.
Now that's saying a lot. After all that wonderful meat we have gone through, we decided to get something to drink. We picked up an apple slush, which is apple cider and crushed ice. Let's give that a try.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, coming here for the barbecue was absolutely worth it. Slush is nice and refreshing. We did just have like a lot of heavy meat, little heat in it. So it's nice, fresh, and got a little tartness to it still, but very cold from the crushed ice. So now we are on to our next location. And this is why we came early. We're heading to our next location now. This is the queue to get into High Hill Ranch where we started out. Yeah, this is why we come early. And now our next stop is Apple Ridge Farms. This is the one like right next door to Grandpa's Cellar. It's good to park at if you want to walk over there because Grandpa's Cellar has a very small parking area. But also there's a lot of cool stuff over here to look at. Crafts and foods and gold panning. And there's barbecue here, but I think we've already had the best barbecue we're going to find in the Apple Hill area. So we don't need to worry about that. Now let's take a look around Apple Ridge Farms. Something we always stop at Apple Ridge Farms is the Apple Barn, which is a little bit of a misnomer. I mean, there are apples in here, but it is predominantly a holiday decoration barn. But you can also get your preserves and your olives and your honey, jams, mulling spices, cinnamon pear preserves. And you know, there are some apples, but it is largely holiday decorations. I see these guys here every year and I think they're really cute, but I don't think this will be the year that I finally break down and buy one, but just like the expression on the face. I really like the look on their faces. We have a variety of gonks around here. We have some kitchen gonks, and there were some like kind of Christmassy ones back over there. I'm sure if we look, we'll see some more in here. I think they had a fair number of gonks last year. We got some more. Oh, these are actually more like Santa and Mrs. Claus. Those aren't really gonks. But we do have a little version of the big horny cow as an ornament. Pretty cute. Here's some more gonks. Bigger ones. And that's not a gonk, that's a Santa. Over on the side we have a little maze. Kids can go through. I think I'm a little too tall, but I'll see over the top. Over there we have the now closed for the season pumpkin patch with a reasonably great sized pumpkin in it. And over here we have the Apple Ridge Farms Country Store, where they specialize in like metal yard decor, and you can get your gem bags here to use at the sluice box. Well, I guess you can't anymore. You have to buy them at the sluice box. They used to have the bags in here. Of course, we have some more holiday decorations because it is that time. Last year they had some leftover Halloween stuff. It looks like maybe not the case this year. I think that's where I got that little mummy gonk last year. Oh, there's a few. All these are all like harvest things, though these aren't Halloween. They do have their own beaver nuggets. I wonder if they do. I'm guessing they probably do taste the same. That probably is exactly what a Buc-ee's beaver nugget actually is. And of course, as with all sort of touristy things, we have fudge. They may not have any like Halloween stuff left, but we do have some Thanksgiving gonks. Is the headdress? I think the headdress might be problematic. Maybe slightly less problematic. We do have some actual like pilgrim gonks over here. I mean, or at least if they're problematic, it's more from what they're based on than how they're dressed. Over here we have the bakery, the barbecue grill, which we've had from there before, and they're fine. They're no barbecue, but who is? Then down there we have the flower trail you can go walking on, which we did that last year. I don't know that we're gonna do it this year. We do have the gem mining down there. We can. So that's where you buy those little bags of sand and pan for semi-valuable stones. And we have a little pond, and of course, the Apple Ridge wagon. There used to be a nice little walking path this way. You can see the bridge from when it was there. But they have eliminated and actually eliminated most of the shoulder. They really don't want you walking between these two anymore. But, you know, rules are for squares, man. And that ain't gonna stop us. And, you know, we're not the only ones doing it anyways. We're now over here at Grandpa's Cellar. And this is where we've come last year for their coffee and cider flights. And the line's actually not too bad. I don't know if that means that they're closed or if we've just come at a quiet time. Let's see, are there any new flights this year? That's the question is, do we want to stand in this line? So looks like the flights are the same ones we've done in the past years. They were interesting. They're smaller now, though. They're only 4 drinks each, and they were 6 the last couple times. Although it looks like maybe they're bigger, but no, they're the same size. You just get less of them for. They were 6 before, right?
I don't think so.
Maybe it's because we bought so many of them. It seemed like maybe it's the same. But yeah, no new flavors there. So we will take a pass on this year. If you're interested in what the flights were like, well, there's last year's, and I think the year before we did a flight as well. You can check those out in those videos. So let's just check out the gift shop over here at Grandpa's Cellar. It's your standard kind of country gift shop there. We have cast iron candles, jarred candles, bread mixes. Although last year I did get a really good hot sauce here that we did on our Christmas tacos last year. So maybe I'll grab another one of those while I'm here. Squirrel! I think this is the one I got last year. The fire roasted habanero was quite good. 4 amigas. What is 4 amigas? Got cayenne, vinegar, garlic, paprika, So it's just cayenne, like a cayenne sauce, okay. It's probably like meant to be a copy of, I don't know, some other store-bought sauce. Grandpa's is one of the few places that actually does like have their own ornaments and magnets. No pins though. But I see another one of that guy. I guess he's the popular thing this year. I've seen him like a few different versions of him already. Oh look, there's a plush version too. And an apple that says "Bite Me." You know, we decided since we're here, the line's not too long because like in previous years we've gone all the way up back that way to be in queue for this. I thought we try maybe the hot chocolate one. I don't think we actually did the hot chocolate one. No, we did cider. I don't think we technically did cold brew. I think we just did. I think it was just iced coffee. I don't think it was actually cold brew, but we'll try some hot chocolate. It's starting to cool down a little bit. Be a good time for some hot chocolate. I don't think Sasquatch was here last year, but he's here now. So we did decide to go ahead and get two of the flights. Up front here we have our hot chocolate flight, and in back we have the cold brew coffee flight. And we looked, and they were 4 drinks in the past. I think just because we bought like 3 and 4 flights at a time, it seemed like there were more of them. A lot of the weirder flavors. I remember there was an ube flavored one that we didn't particularly care for, and I think a salted caramel that didn't really work for either of us in previous years. And those are gone. They've gone more kind of straightforward flavors this year. I believe in hot chocolate we have peppermint. I think that's coconut. I don't remember. Do you remember what the third one was? Mm-hmm. And then s'mores. And then in cold brew, we have peppermint, coconut, s'mores, and... Did you get a picture of the actual?
Yeah. Of the menu. There you go.
I recorded it. You've seen it, but I haven't seen it in a minute.
Cinnamon is that one.
So, and then that would be presumably the caramel then?
Probably.
Oh, no, that's the mocha.
That's the mocha. That's
so what
the
is
caramel.
The one with the white stuff on it?
Okay. Probably. Or maybe. Yeah, because that's
peppermint. So that's peppermint mocha.
It's got to be. Because that's s'more.
That's definitely s'more. So, yeah, caramel, okay. And then s'more, cinnamon, coconut, and peppermint. So those are our flavors. So let's, you want to start hot or cold?
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll start with what's in the front. We'll start with hot. Go over here at the end with the s'mores. Well, it's very rich cocoa. Now, in order to get the real effect of it, you do kind of have to put the whipped cream in there. The marshmallow and stuff's only on there, and the graham cracker. This table is not even. What do you think?
Good.
Very chocolatey. Would you say s'mores, though?
I guess.
Okay. Let's try cinnamon. So, kind of breach the cream layer. Yeah, I definitely taste the cinnamon more in that one. It's still, of course, obviously chocolate is the dominating flavor. And when you mix in the whipped cream, that will sweeten it up a bit, but just want to kind of get a flavor of the whole thing here. Or at least, the cocoa itself. Since the coconut seems to be trying to escape, let's try that next. Not overly, I definitely taste it, but it's not overly coconutty.
Oh.
What do you think, though?
Not my favorite.
Not a fan? You're not a big fan of coconut flavored things, though.
No.
All right, and then peppermint. This should be just an easy one to begin with. I mean, how do you mess up peppermint chocolate? Very pepperminty. More pepperminty than the coconut was coconut. or the cinnamon with cinnamon.
Good though.
I think just because it's a flavor that goes together more readily. All right, let's try some cold brews now. Go from hot to cold. Here's our peppermint mocha cold brew. Maybe it's because I had the hot chocolates. I'm not really getting a lot of...
Peppermint.
Yeah, it's... Probably shouldn't have had the sweet stuff first, now that I think about it. Because the cold brew is not going to be as overly sweet as our hot chocolates. So this should be the, what was it, the chocolate one?
The mocha flavor.
The cold brew is very strong. There's like chocolate sauce stuff on the cups. The cold brew has got a very strong coffee flavor to it. Which, you know, I think it's because we had the hot chocolate first. It's kind of overriding the other flavors in the drink for me. What do you think, though?
No.
I'm mostly just getting coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting so this would be the caramel one then, supposedly. That one's actually pretty sweet. I do taste the caramel in that one. That's actually the first one of these that really does taste to me of what it says it is.
Not so much.
No, it seems like we got like an extra dose of caramel in there. I'm getting stuff all over my hands. All right, finally, s'mores. And again, I'm kind of just back to coffee flavor. The caramel one's the one that's got strong enough flavor to taste of anything more than just coffee.
It's a coffee flavor, but I taste a little like marshmallow or something.
I didn't get that. So what's your favorite one?
The peppermint.
The hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate.
I think I'm going to go with, honestly, I think the mocha of the cold brew. I like the coffee flavor. I'm not getting a ton of the chocolate. Once I stir up chocolate on the side and stuff, I'm sure it'll come out more. And it'll sweeten up when we mix in the whipped cream. But I think I like the that one the best. I just like the coffee flavor out of it. As far as the chocolates, I kind of like the coconut one. It's interesting. It's different from the others.
I liked the caramel for the coffee.
The one that's like the sweetest one.
Yeah.
The one that actually did taste what is it? Because I like this, but I like it because of the coffee, not because of the mocha. It doesn't really taste of mocha that much to me.
I'm usually a peppermint mocha person, but that one doesn't taste like peppermint.
And yeah, it's not. There's maybe if you're supposed to like let the peppermint chunks like dilute in it more. And then again, once we mix in the whipped cream, it's going to make these quite a bit sweeter. But also, the chocolates are a nice, rich chocolate flavor to them, though.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. I mean, I'm sure it is just mix, but it's not. It's like mix where they use a good amount of the powder. They aren't like skimping on it. So yeah, we're going to finish our flights here, and probably head on to another destination. So we did get told off for walking between the two farms. And yeah, there are signs saying not to do it now, so I guess this is the last year we'll be making this particular walk. But I mean, if they had restored this part of the path, I get that that's now private property, but if they had restored like the path here, or put in a walking section here, it wouldn't be an issue because there's plenty of space over here to walk. There's a whole shoulder. So, I mean, choices were made. And I mean, it's pretty on brand for California to have areas that are really like pedestrian unfriendly, but I can't imagine wanting to live in a place where I can't even like walk down my street, you know, because there's no safe place to walk. Yeah, we're heading back over to Apple Ridge now, because that's where the car is. And we're back safely over at Apple Ridge now. We did make the walk without incident. But I think this is where we're going to wrap it up this year. We're not going to make it to Abel's or Boa Vista this year. But you know, clearly the highlight of this year's visit was Abby Q over at I've forgotten the name already. Nope. Oh well. You can scroll back and, or I mean, maybe I'll put it like along the bottom of the screen since I'll just edited it and seen that portion of it again. El Dorado Orchard, that was it, El Dorado Orchard. It's, yeah, I guess I'm getting a little tired here. So we were picking up a pie to take home and bake and have later. But we had some apple pie, we had some apple cider, we had some fantastic barbecue. We went and had a coffee and a hot chocolate flight. A chocolate is not a thing. They can't just combine hot and chocolate like that. But I think this is where we're gonna wrap up our visit here for this year. Yeah, good food. We didn't buy a ton of stuff. I bought that little thing from the craft vendor at El Dorado, and I bought some more sauce at Grandpa's Cellar. Bought a magnet and some stickers. But that's about it this year. Not a lot of like self-branded stuff at the booths up here. You know, they had like an ornament that was actually like an Apple Ridge ornament or a High Hill Ranch ornament. You know, we might buy some more of those things. Or pins. Pins would be good. You know, I love pins. Pins and tokens. But they don't, so we can't. But, you know, we had good food, and that's good food. Saw some leaves. Saw some trees. Saw a lot of people come up here to see trees and leaves. And a weird thing, I don't know if I caught any video of it, but all the tree farms we saw, all the trees have like a gap in them, like a foot or two off the ground. Like something happened in the last couple of years that really hurt Alberta. I mean, did we have a bad drought in the last couple of years? Like a particularly bad one? I don't recall having like a worse than normal kind of drought, but yeah, like every tree farm we've gone past have had big holes around the same height on all their trees, which is really weird. I can only assume it's something that occurred in the environment in that year. I was saying maybe the fires, but the fires weren't really over here. I don't know that they would affect trees over here. I don't know. Anyways, weird. If you know why all the Christmas tree farms have trees with weird gaps about a foot to two off the ground, let me know in the comments. But with that, we will wrap our visit to Apple Hill up for this year. I thank you for joining us. I hope you found it interesting or entertaining. If you ever make your way up here, definitely try to check out Abbey Q. That is like some of the best barbecue ever. And if you like this video at all, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.